Hello, my name is Benedict Terry, and I'm here to let you know that from now on all my videos will be made using artificial... I don't think so. But I do think these reviews need to be spiced up a bit, and you know me, I love a cute cuddly character, so Don't call me cuddly, you stupid git. Meet Hammy.
I cannot believe this. Here I am, my first breakthrough role, and I get stuck with a watered down nostalgia critic.
Well, we can't all have everything, can we? Well, welcome everyone to the newly renamed Old Skool cartoons.
And you used to name the show after yourself? I got bugged with a narcissist too.
Not so much I couldn't change the title. Well, anyway, my first review of the season will be by Winsor McCay.
Winsor McCay? I know him.
Oh, you do? Want to take over for a bit?
Okay. Of all the animation pioneers of the 1900s, Winsor McCay is probably the most famous of them. Starting his career in comic strips, he eventually took up animation and delivered some of the most famous early animations, including Little Nemo, The Sinking of the Lusitania, and the cartoon we're looking at today, Gertie the Dinosaur. This cartoon was released in February 1914 as part of a vaudeville act where McCay would interact with a dinosaur on stage, but this version is not possible to show here, so we'll have to use the one with title cards instead.
Oh, nice one, Hammy.
Thanks.
And you can tell it was significant because just 1 year later it got plagiarised.
What?
Yep.
This version, released in 1915, was created by John Randolph Bray. Now, Bray himself is an animation pioneer in his own right, as he, along with fellow pioneer Earl Hurd, invented cell animation, the style of animation that would dominate the entire 20th century.
But that doesn't change the fact that he was a plagiarist. Bray snuck into McCay's studio looking to snag an idea for himself and, well, didn't go that well. I mean, it got lost for a couple of years.
But it clearly resurfaced, so...
Yeah, you get the gist already. We got a grudge match going.
Okay, glad to be part of it. Shall I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Round 1, best intro.
So, it's your first review, Hammy. I'll let you decide who goes first.
Well, since I'm more familiar with the original, I'll pick McCay's Gertie.
Right, let's...
AI is the way of the future and... Jeez, you could have just put a smile on his face.
That wouldn't have got the point across, would it? Just take over from me while I clean up the mess.
Right, the intro to Winsor McCay's Gertie takes a while. It shows McCay taking a tour of the New York Natural History Museum and eventually showing off his animation of a dinosaur to a room of his peers. Now this is an interesting setup and it does make up for the lack of a vaudeville experience. Only problem is, it goes on for 7 fucking minutes.
Well, let's see how Bray kicks his cartoon off since we're waiting.
The Bray Studios Gertie cartoon starts with some chalk drawings of dinosaurs and...
Oh boy.
Forget being a rip-off cartoon, this couldn't even get its facts right. The original Gertie was made in 1914, not 1909.
Well, my first point is going to McCay. Hammy?
I agree. Going too long is still better than being wrong, so my first point goes to McCay.
Thought so. 2 points to McCay. Right, looks like McCay's Gertie's ready now, so...
Aye, next round. Round 2, best animation. After the scene is drawn, Winsor calls out Gertie, who slips out of her cave and... Griffins! And I thought Kirby had a crazy appetite. And then she dances around for a bit. So the animation looks pretty good for 1914. A wee bit jittery in places, but the motion is very fluid. Not bad for the first cartoon to use keyframes.
Yeah, that's a landmark right there. So let's see how Bray's animation looks.
So the dinosaur comes out of a lake this time, eats a few leaves, and...
Yeah, compared with McCay's animation, this doesn't look so hot. Hammy?
Absolute shite, it makes the animation on me look good. My point goes to McCay.
Yep, 2 points to McCay. Now for the main event.
Round 3, best Gertie. Well, Gertie dances around for a bit, but Winsor tells her to stop and bow to the audience, which she does. Gertie is then asked to raise her right foot. She does. Only to then get interrupted by a sea serpent. And that's certainly ain't Nessie, and I should know. Winsor tries to get Gertie to raise her left foot, but Gertie snaps at the screen, which leads to this. Of course, Winsor tries to calm her down by throwing a pumpkin her way. That's either a huge dinosaur or a tiny pumpkin. Well, Gertie finally raises her left foot and wolfs down a tree trunk.
She really does have quite the appetite.
Aye.
Well, let's see what the other Gertie's getting on with.
So like McKay's Gertie, this Gertie dances around until a dragon flies behind her. So she throws a coconut at it and it falls into the lake.
That's a bit sociopathic.
Then, also like McKay's Gertie, she growls at the audience and is thrown a pumpkin. But she balances it on her nose before eating it.
Oh, something new? Huh, good. That's better than nothing new.
She then balances up to eat a coconut, but gets her neck tied in a knot.
Someone just got coconut pilled. Point, Hammy?
I think we all know where this one's going. Well, it's the closest round so far. McKay's Gertie has far more personality and emotion, whereas Bray's Gertie feels like a watered down version of the original.
Probably because she is. So, 2 points to McKay, again. Speaking of which, let's check in with that Gertie, shall we?
Aye, let's. Gertie then sees something come across the screen.
Ooh, I think we got another round coming.
Round 4, best side characters. Well, a mammoth comes on screen and scares Gertie. So she throws it into the lake. Only for it to squirt her. So she throws a rock at it. Didn't expect to see someone get unalived today. Then a 4-winged lizard flies past. I did.
I did too. Well, let's see who accompanies Bray's Gertie.
Well, a monkey hops up and climbs the coconut tree. Gertie bites into the tree, with the monkey still in it. Then the monkey leaps onto Gertie and slides down. Only to then get flung into the lake.
Brutal.
Another mammoth then comes to drink from the lake. Only to get in a tug of war with a sea serpent. Then Gertie throws a rock.
What exactly do dinosaurs have against mammoths anyway? Well, anyway, time for points again. Hammy, your thoughts?
In my opinion, the mammoth in McKay's Gertie has more personality and agency in the story, so my point goes to McKay again.
Okay, well, this is going to be a hot take, but I'm going to give the point to Bray this time because more characters have agency in that one, so 1 point each. Right, let's wrap this match up, Hammy.
Road 5, best ending. Gertie is asked to drink from the lake, so she drinks the entire lake. Kaido took things too literally. Then McKay himself comes into shot. He declares Gertie isn't afraid of him and will take him for a ride. Which she does. And they walk off as the cartoon ends.
Yeah, good job nothing went wrong. Speaking of which...
Gertie balances on her hind legs like a dog. Then Bray comes on and...
She ate him?
Aye, she fucking did. Well, she just looks around aimlessly and the cartoon ends. Honestly, I'm amused that Bray went so far as to be eaten by his cartoons, so I'm giving a point for that alone.
Okay, I'm giving a point to McKay for better pacing, so 1 point each.
Okay, Windsor McKay has the better cartoon. Well, that was predictable. And I'm not surprised, John Randolph Bray's Gertie really is just a pale imitation of a better cartoon. While it does do a few things to separate itself from the original, like the ending and the monkey, the animation is clunky compared to McKay's animation, the dinosaur has little personality beyond a pet, and there is just no story. Basically, it just feels like an AI copy of the original.
Yep, I couldn't agree more.
So that's why Windsor McKay's Gertie wins. It does practically everything miles better than its clone. The story is amusing, Gertie has a great personality, even the animation is very impressive, especially considering McKay had to trace and copy every single background element. So yeah, in terms of scores, Bray's Gertie gets 3 points, while Windsor's Gertie gets 11. Basically, for anyone with a passing interest in animation, McKay's Gertie the Dinosaur is a must-watch.
Well, thanks for helping me with this one, Hammy.
Oh, it went better than I thought it would. Let me know when you start doing this next month.
Will do. And next month we take on a Patreon request, so if you want to get your request in ahead of everyone else, then be sure to follow me at patreon.com/BenedictTerry. So until next time, I'm Benedict.
And I'm Hammy.
And we'll see you on the next Old School Cartoons. See you later!